Welcome to everybody to our Mesa City Council study session for May 12th, 2025. We have Councilmember Heredia. He's on Zoom with us this evening. Appreciate that. All right, Councilmember Heredia, you're on, correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. Item 1 is to review the agenda for tonight's council meeting. I know, council, we went over this agenda previously, but are there any questions? If so, we have staff here. Ms. Spilsbury.
I wasn't here Thursday, so I didn't get to ask any questions. So I just wanted to, on 4B, it's the Val Vista and Southern. I know this says that's for the sewer part of it, so I just kind of wanted an update on whether this is the start of the whole project, where we're at on that. Val Vista and Southern, as we know from a presentation a few weeks ago, is the #1 most dangerous intersection in the city. And I know we've been waiting to do this project and not having it be at the same time as the central reuse pipeline, Greenfield and Southern too. So we've been talking about this for a couple of years and just wondering where we're at on it.
So the contract being awarded on the agenda tonight is for the road as well as the sewer. We're going in to rehab a sewer. There's a gas line and some other things that extend the limits of the project. The road work is actually from just south of the 60 north, just right at the 60 north to Enid, right?
All the way up to Pueblo, we're doing pavement.
And we're doing pavement to that direction. And then at the intersection itself, we are making safety improvements with medians, dual lefts, and it's 3 lanes in each direction.
So as far as the timeline, I saw in the council report, it said 15 months from like start to finish. So when are we thinking it would start?
So this is a little bit like a chess game. Greenfield is under construction, as you know, the Central Mesa Reuse Pipeline. We're just in the process of paving Broadway to Southern right now. That's going to wrap up in the next week to a week and a half. Then we're going to skip to the west, and we're going to do Southern, which is a recycled asphalt paving project from Gilbert to up to the Val Vista project, right? We're going to get that done, so that will finish, be going from mid-July to August. And then back in about the same time then, we're going to skip north on Greenfield and pave the 2 miles of road that are left on Greenfield up to Adobe. When all of that is done in August, then we're going to come back and start Val Vista in August, and then it's a 15-month project.
Okay.
And it's a longer project because we have so many underground utilities to do before we pave.
And you guys, if I'm remembering right, when you looked at everything needing to be done around that Val Vista Southern intersection, you are taking care of everything all at once, like any
Yes.
of the stuff,
Yes.
right? Okay, and so I'm trying to remember, time's funny on council, but 2 years ago, I think, is when we first started talking about this as far as the community meetings that we had. We did some online meetings.
Yes.
Was that about 2 years ago, or is my timeline off?
No, that seems correct. I think engineering has had this project finalized as far as design goes for the last year to year and a half.
Okay.
But with all the other work that's been going on around the intersection, we can't go to construction until this fall.
So is there any intention or plans to do more community outreach since it's been 2 years? Because I feel like a lot of people have either, moved in the area or that are going to be a little bit shocked by this.
Mayor, Councilmember Spilsbury, typically before we start construction, we do some outreach before the construction project starts. I don't know that we're going to have a public meeting on this one. Typically, we would just reinitiate with door hangers, with mailers, and those sorts of things to let people know.
Okay. When you say you're paving Greenfield, is that for the last time? As in it's done, those sections are done, or no? You know what I mean as far as the whole central reuse pipeline.
That's a loaded question. Mayor, Councilmember Spilsbury, we would expect this asphalt mat to last quite a while yet, but what we're paving
But I'm just saying it's not going to get dug up again for the central reuse pipeline?
No, not for that.
That's all I'm asking.
Yes, and what we're paving right now is what we call base course. We have to, when we get it all the way done, all the way up to Main and north to Adobe, we will come back and do a finish course. So you'll see us out there paving the entire stretch again right before we finish up.
Okay.
And then it'll have temporary striping put down for a while.
Okay.
But, at some point in the future, there'll be some city engineer sitting here telling you they'll be
Well,
repaving
we're
Greenfield
just,
Road.
as you know, hitting a lot of construction fatigue. So,
Yes, we
so
are.
I'm getting lots of,
Yes.
emails and phone calls from people. But, so Greenfield and Southern will be completely done though before August starts with the Val Vista.
That is the intent, that Greenfield would be done in August, and then we would skip over to Val Vista and do that. It's just that right now, that's basically 3 parallel arterials that we have projects on. And so we're trying to schedule them so they can all fall at different times, and we don't have complete shutdown on the 60 there, because Lindsay doesn't have an off-ramp, I don't
Right.
believe. And we can't restrict both Val Vista and Greenfield at the same time.
Yeah, I use this intersection almost every day, so. So the amount that we are approving on this agenda is to start, I mean, it's the whole project.
It's the whole project.
Okay, well, let's see, okay, these projects are funded. Okay, all right, great, thank you. I think that's all my questions.
Thank you, council. Any other questions? Mr. Redia, any questions?
No questions.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item 2 is to take action on a board appointment. Is there a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Ms. Spilsbury, all in favor say aye.
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 Thank you, Mr. Redia. Motion passes unanimously. Item 3 is to acknowledge receipt of minutes for the Design Review Human Relations Advisory Board on February 26, and also one on March 26, 2025. Is there a motion to do that? Thank you, Ms. Spilsbury. Thank you, Vice Mayor. All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, motion.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes. Next is the current events and conferences attended. Council members, would you like to share what you've been up to for the last week or so? Who'd like to start? Are we going to flip a coin every time? Is that what we're
I
gonna do?
know, it's, I was out of town all week at my daughter's college graduations, two of my daughters, but I did get to do a couple of fun things on Saturday. We had our East Valley Fire Cadets graduation that several of us were at. And how many graduates do any of you guys remember?
59,
59, yeah, so
multi-agency.
okay, so multi-agency, 59 high school kids, sophomores, juniors, and seniors that were graduating from that incredible year-long program. That was really neat to be a part of. And then the Mother's Day Mariachi concert put on Saturday night over at the Mesa Arts Center. Got to attend the reception for that, and grateful for great organizations doing these things. I also wanted to recognize, I have a shout out today, Bella Losada, if you want to stand up and wave. She's an ASU college student that will be graduating this fall in public policy and public service, so she shadowed me today. That's it, thanks.
Thank you, Council Member. Ms. Duff.
Yeah, I'll add on. Last Thursday evening, I attended the Defenders of Children Cultivation event. And it is legal services for abused and neglected children. A tremendous organization. I appreciate what they do. Today, I also attended the Community Spirit End of Year celebration across the street at the Mesa Arts Center down in Dobson Hall. And I'm just blown away with all the employees and the committee that puts this program together. It's just incredible. The figures of money donated to good causes, we have Mesa United Way, over $84,000. Whittier Elementary, which was adopted as the school for their STEM project, a little over $21,000. And the Arizona Disabled Sports is $20,000. That's a huge impact into our community. So thank you for all who are involved in putting things together, as well as participating in these events and giving so that we can make these impacts in the community. I want to also recognize Amy Reddy from the City Attorney's Office. She received the Charles K. Luster Spirit of Caring Award for her her volunteer time outside of just as an individual is incredible. I think it was like 8 to 10 hours a week, which is, tremendous considering, everything that you do as an employee and working. Maria Montano, in Human Resources, received the Hall of Fame Award. And the Department of Innovation and Technology received the Make a Difference Award. And that was related to the STEAM or STEM project at Whittier. So thank you for everybody involved. It makes me proud to be also work for the city of Mesa.
Thank you, Ms. Duff. Anyone else? Mr. Heredia?
No.
All right, thank you. Well, Mr. Brady, it's your turn. Can you share us future events and?
Well, Mayor, I thought you were going to talk about the highlight of your weekend this morning. Oh, my goodness. What did you do at 0800?
Oh, yeah.
It's
You
the
know, the
most
day runs-
significant event in the history of parking in downtown.
Yeah, so we opened up the garage for
Gilbert
our
Street.
city employees. Thank you. Councilmember Duff was there, and so were many of you. Walked over. I'm surprised you didn't drive over and park in the parking places, So tomorrow, I think it's going to be open full time. Is that correct, Jeff? Mr. Brady? So yeah, 870 parking places. We invite all employees and others, and then there'll be public parking too after 5 p.m.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
on
the plan.
weekends. And no?
Even you're not letting the public park in there after hours?
Special events maybe, but otherwise it's intended to be secured. So
Okay, it's to be determined.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
So otherwise, we had a great opening there, just a soft opening for the parking garage. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor shared a lot of history of that property.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. So it's kind of nice to see that repurposed for city employees. And that means we'll be moving a lot of the employees that are in the other 3 parking garages and moving them into that location. So we're excited about that. Just a reminder, the next meeting of the council will be Thursday, May 15th for a study session beginning at 7:30. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brady. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Thank you, Ms. Spilsbury. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you, Mr. Heredia. We'll see you upstairs maybe. Thank you. And we'll meet in 5:45.